Welcome to my video. I want to show you the restaurant floor plan that I created. So in floorplanner.com you'll be able to create a 3D rendering of your restaurant floor plan. This took me about 20-30 minutes to create. It just takes a little bit of time finding the things you require, but the actual structure and creation is not too difficult. I want you to walk through what I've made just so you understand what you're looking at. So here I have my entrance to my restaurant, my front seating windows, and I have windows inside the restaurants at the front and sides, but not in the kitchen. So I've also created different floorings. So in my seating area I have hardwood floor, but in my washrooms I have tiles. Panhand. So in my washroom I have tiles. Way to show this to you. Turn that way, and this is when I wish there was a panhand. There's tile flooring in my washrooms here. You can kind of see it. In my back end I have concrete. So I've created three different floor variations. There you go. You can see the tile floor. So I have hardwood, tile, concrete. Concrete because A, it's going to get dirty. Concrete cleans easily. Doesn't matter. Tile, washroom, water, makes sense. Hardwood floor, fancy restaurant. I've included a couple things such as a half wall in my opening so that the people sitting here don't feel like they're right in the opening of the restaurant. I added a heat source right to the front so it doesn't get cold, and then I also go in here to make it look warm and cozy in the restaurant. I have matching tables in the center and then banquettes along the side, 2 washrooms, a pay system, garbage. There's my restaurant. In the back I have my washer dryer, which I can see is backwards now, which is great. I'll change in a second. Washing station, prep station, and kitchen. Oh, I can see my fryers floating. Good thing to know. So I have some ovens, range ovens, 2 different fridges, and in my washrooms I have a toilet and a sink and a garbage can in every washroom. So that's the 3D. This is what it looks like in 2D. So I saw my range. My fryers were floating, so I'm going to go find a table. And I saw that this was backwards, so I'm going to rotate that the other way. Good to know. So it's pretty easy to use. When you're looking for something, you search it. So I need a table. I search table, and then I drag in the table. If it's the wrong size, I can amend the size by dragging to make it another size. If it's the wrong thing altogether, I just search for something else. I can preview to work in 2D or 3D. So I have my office, my prep stations here for food, my fryers, all that jazz. How I came to this point. First things first is you are going to go to floorplanner.com. So floorplanner.com. And then it takes you to sign up for free. When you sign up for free, it's really simple. It says I already exist. But it will say log in using Google. And so you log in using Google. Maybe I'll log out so that'll help you. Log out. Good. Log in using Google. Our school email is Google. So it's easy to go. You don't have to do anything and it knows who you are. You'll see your St. John's email there in a second. You'll know that this says Computer Lab. It's actually my restaurant because in the basic account, which is free, you can only have 1 project at a time. Need more? You buy more. So we can make this and change it as many times as we want. And when I showed my redesign of the Computer Lab, I created a file for the school here, but it left the name. So when I go into here, it actually takes me to that restaurant we were just looking at because I've changed the file. So it's really easy to use. Here's your zoom tools. Zoom in, zoom out, plus minus. To pan, here it lets you pan in 3D but not in 2D. Sorry, 2D but not 3D. Here's your window, 2D, 3D. 2D, 3D. If you do something and you want to undo, undo, redo. Undo, redo. To create the basic structure of my restaurant, you need to know that we're drawing a room. If we draw just a floor, then we're going to have to add walls later. So sometimes it's really important to draw the full dimensions of your room, make sure you have this little guy. Sometimes it gets a little glitchy. I apologize. It is a free service. But to draw, you're going to have your shape, and you're going to click to draw a new corner. Oh, it wants me to draw in this room, doesn't it? See if I can draw connecting. Oh, I can draw connecting. I can't make a new one. Okay, so here's my restaurant. So I click and drag. Voila. I have a room. Oh, I'm going off. Now, as you can see, this looks very different from where my ending point is. So a couple things I did was I laid out my space here. So first thing is I created separate floor plans. So I knew base floor, I needed something different for the bathroom. So just like you're drawing the walls, you're drawing the full corner to corner of the kitchen flooring. What's really cool here is that it tells you the measurements as you go. Down here you can switch between feet and meter. It'll transfer the measurements for you. If you ever feel like something's off kilter, you can drag to adjust. My walls, we're using the wall tool. You have a couple options of measurement, just a floor plotter, a fence, lots of stuff. As you saw here at a half wall, I'm going to show you how I create the difference. So to draw a wall, you just click, and there's your wall. To draw a half wall, you grab the same wall tool, but instead of having a full wall at the end, this one please, at the end you just change your parameters. So to get off of this, you hit escape. You hit the little wall line, it says info. What am I? I'm a low wall. Info. What am I? I'm a low wall. That's simple. So that's how I create the difference between the two walls. To change the flooring from being these hideous shades of orange, you double click. It says, what would you like? You have all these options of textures and material. So you just choose what you're looking for to start. And so I made concrete. Do something that would make sense. Obviously you're not going to have a marble floor in your restaurant kitchen. You're not going to have sand either. So make sure you're choosing the right material for your kitchen. But it's up to you what it's going to be. To change the color, it's down here. You can change the color to anything. Concrete is usually in the gray family. But if you had a different color, you would change it, change the hue. I'm going to stick to the gray family. I can't get into my room here, so I'm going to show you 3D. I can't enter this space. So there's no in, there's no in. There are two separate walls that I can't get into. So this is what happens now. We have to go to our side panel and search for doors. So there's limited types of doors here. I really like seeing all the different ranges. So if you hit the door here or search doors, you'll have all these options. Note there's multiple pages of them. Please make sure you're choosing the right one. Something to note, you're not going to want a divider door like this for your front door. You're going to be robbed. So make sure you have a full structural door, and then you're able to click and drag it into place. If you want to change the direction the door opens, maybe you want it to open to the audience, you just hit this little button. So voila, voila. A door is defaulted to just shy of 3 feet. Window pane, the pane with it is 3 feet. That is a standard size for a door. Unless you have some reason, you shouldn't really be changing that. Into my work area here, I want it to be something that my people in my kitchen can easily get in and out of and see through. So I'm going to try and find something that makes sense to the work area. Obviously, garage door, cool. Not what I'm looking for to enter my kitchen. I'm going to use pocket doors so that they could easily keep them open if the restaurant's busy. So that's what I did there. Create the subfloor sections. Again, super easy. Grab your wall tool, click, click, click. Clearly not straight. What's really cool is you just click on the line and you're able to, oh, you used to, there it is, you're able to adjust. So you can adjust and move as many times as you like. It's that simple. So when you get that circle, you're able to rotate to any degree. So it's okay if at some point you realize, especially in 3D, I think that's when I see the most of my faults, that it didn't go as planned. That's fine. It's easy to fix at any time. So that's okay. So we can adjust and move as needed as many times as we'd like. To add our doors again and subwalls, if you want to take one wall and copy it, this little icon of the duplicate lets you have multiples of that same wall. Okay. Flooring always goes below, so it's okay to apply flooring for multiple areas because it's going to go below the walls, just as it's a layer below. Double click, choose your lovely flooring, find something that makes sense for a washroom, and then like that. You can change the degree of the room if you want everything sideways. You can also change the color. Full ability up to you. I kind of like yellow in the washrooms. Cool. Again, remember, you're adding doors to a washroom. They should not have windows. Okay? Please think logically about your floor plan. It has to be functional. Otherwise, what's the point? To add all your stuff in here, I search restaurant to start. There isn't a restaurant tab, but there is a lot of items that make sense for a restaurant. So search restaurant. A good other one too is party and events, because you'll get seating and food and things like that. So explore these menus, search different words. Even when you say food, random stuff will appear. So whatever you're looking for, just search the word or search the subheaders. Whenever you drag something in, so let's say I have my bench there. Whenever you drag an item in, oh, these are different benches. Okay, I use this one. So I'm going to click, and then I can rotate. I can resize. Make sure you don't go crazy. It might look really redonkulous when you're in 3D and you have this massive bench floating in your thing, because it's only the height of a bench. So please make it make sense to your space. But you can resize and customize as needed. And again, if you want the same thing, you hit duplicate, and then you rotate again. And that's how you create your two lovely benches. Everything you may need, you simply search. It's that easy. And then when you have it, you drag in. If you don't like it, you remove. If you want to go back a couple steps, you go back. Those options are there for you. It saves every so often, but if you're not sure, always just hit Save Changes. It's a fail safe. And I can't wait to see your finished restaurant. All the best.